Dr. Evelyn Harper, a 60-year-old dermatologist, resided in the center of New York City. Her days were devoted to her profession, diligently attending to patients and overseeing her clinic on the Upper East Side. Yet her evenings presented a contrasting narrative. Quiet, solitary, and Evelyn with recollections. Evelyn had been married to Richard, a business attorney for almost 30 years. Their marriage started with affection, but progressively became frigid, remote and transactional for years prior. Richard abandoned her for a younger lady. The divorce devastated Evelyn, causing her to doubt her self-worth and struggle with profound feelings of rejection. At 60, Evelyn perceived that her emotional aging surpassed her physical aging. She retained her elegance, brilliant smile, and confidence, although her heart bore the burden of loneliness. The unforeseen assembly on a brisk spring morning. Evelyn saw Theo Carter, a 25-year-old art student, employed part-time as a barista in a charming cafe. Adjacent to her clinic, Evelyn desired to marry in search of a little respite from her daily routine. She was instantly captivated by Theo's vibrant green eyes and kind disposition. "Good morning, madam. What may I assist you with today?" Theo welcomed her with a jovial smile. "Simply a cappuccino," Evelyn responded, her tone kind yet uncertain. As Theo presented her with the coffee, their fingertips momentarily made contact, and Evelyn experienced an unusual flutter in her chest. She dismissed it, attributing it to her fatigue. In the next weeks, Evelyn often encountered the cafe, leading her to attend it with increasing frequency. Theo saw her frequent presence and initiated interactions. He was intrigued by her calm elegance and her somewhat reserved demeanor. Theo observed one day his eyes sparkling. "That you appear to possess intriguing narratives to share." Evelyn chuckled. "Indeed. The majority of them are merely tedious medical narratives." He urged, "Test me." On that day, they conversed for several hours. Theo expressed his enthusiasm for painting, and frequently derived inspiration from the intricacies of human emotions. Evelyn, in response, disclosed her challenges, her divorce, and her endeavor to reconstruct her life and evolving connection. Throughout time, their dialogues intensified, as did their relationship. Theo esteemed Evelyn's fortitude and sagacity, while Evelyn perceived Theo's young idealism and inventive essence as captivating. One evening, Theo extended an invitation to Evelyn to visit his studio, a compact, disordered area, replete with incomplete paintings and the aroma of oil paints. He stated that he had been working on something, revealing a painting concealed by a cloth. He presented a picture of Evelyn depicting her grace and fragility. In vivid strokes, Evelyn was rendered voiceless. "This is beautiful," she said, tears cascading down her cheeks with tears welling in her eyes. "I perceive you," Theo said, his voice earnest, powerful, luminous, and perpetually captivating. Their relationship took a romantic turn during their first kiss. On a wet evening, while walking through Central Park, sharing an umbrella and joking about Theo's recent art class accident. When they arrived at Bethesda Terrace, Theo abruptly halted Evelyn. He stated, his tone kind yet resolute, "You invigorate me in ways I never deemed feasible." Prior to her response, he inclined towards her and kissed her. Was affectionate, fervent, and imbued with implicit commitments. For the first time in years, Evelyn experienced genuine yearning navigating problems. Their partnership was not without its obstacles. Evelyn contended with cultural perceptions and her personal fears around their age disparity. She frequently pondered others' opinions. Theo, however, remained resolved. Allow them to form their own opinions. He remarked one evening when they embraced on Evelyn's couch, "What is significant is our feelings for one another." Theo's steadfast support assisted Evelyn, They embrace their love, attending gallery openings, exploring New York's various districts, and going on weekend excursions to the countryside, marking a new chapter as their affection intensified. Theo presented a proposal. Let us collaborate. You provide healing via medicine, while I offer healing through art. Perhaps we can together produce something exquisite. They initiated wellness retreats, integrating Evelyn's medical proficiency with Theo's artistic activities. Their partnership not only fortified their relationship, but also inspired others with their narrative of love, which challenged traditions. Evelyn and Theo's relationship ultimately exemplified the notion that love transcends all limitations, be it age, time, or expectations. Evelyn regained joy, passion, and a sense of purpose she believed she had permanently lost, while Theo discovered a muse, a companion, and a love that surpassed the mundane. They demonstrated that unexpected linkages may result in dramatic alterations. We will now take a little intermission before proceeding. If you have not done so, kindly press the like button. Subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell to be informed about our latest content. We welcome your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion is invaluable to us. Let us resume our exploration. Following the commencement of Evelyn and Theo's romantic relationship, the world appeared more luminous, yet not devoid of difficulties. Evelyn, as a private individual, was reluctant to disclose their connection publicly. New York was a city replete with opinions, and she was concerned about the reactions of those in her professional and social spheres. At a gala for dermatologists, Evelyn presented Theo as a companion. She was not ashamed. Rather, an unarticulated fear of judgment troubled her. Theo observed her reluctance, but remained silent. Later that evening, when they returned to her flat, Theo ultimately shattered the stillness. Evelyn, I understand this is unfamiliar for you, and I do not wish to impose, but I desire to support you openly, rather than remain in the background. His remarks resonated. Evelyn acknowledged her worry, but resolved not to let it diminish the joy he brought into her life. Asserting her stance the next day, Evelyn extended an invitation to Theo for an exclusive dinner with her close associates, comprising both professionals and lifetime confidants. The evening started with courteous dialogue, but when Evelyn presented Theo as her lover, the room lapsed into silence momentarily. Martha, her closest companion, alleviated the stress. Indeed. Theo, elucidate how you captured Evelyn's affection. Theo smiled and recounted their narrative, emphasizing Evelyn's bravery and allure. By the conclusion of the evening, even the doubters were captivated by his humor and authenticity. Evelyn had a profound sense of relief, a love refined by time as their connection intensified. Evelyn and Theo commenced cohabitation in Evelyn's expansive Manhattan apartment, resulting in a harmonious integration of their lives. Evelyn's regimented schedule complemented Theo's whimsical disposition. Theo unexpectedly arranged a weekend excursion to the Catskills. For her, it was a tranquil sanctuary enveloped by nature. On their second evening there, beneath the canopy of stars, Theo grasped Evelyn's hands. He expressed in a kind tone that you had provided him with more than he ever envisioned. I aspire to construct a life with you. Something genuine, something enduring. Evelyn experienced tears accumulating. You have revitalized my sense of being, Theo. I never anticipated discovering love at this point in my life. They cherished their bond, feeling more resilient than ever, confronting uncertainties. Despite their joy, Evelyn intermittently grappled with uncertainties. One evening, while observing her reflection in the glass, she delineated the delicate lines encircling her eyes. What if one day he awakens and recognizes his desire for a younger partner? She pondered. Theo observed her melancholic disposition seated next to her, he remarked, "Evelyn, you are not only the lady I adore, you are my closest confidant, my inspiration and my collaborator. Age is only a numerical value. What we own is eternal," his words. The saged her anxieties, if only temporarily commemorating affection. Their inaugural anniversary was a significant milestone. Theo orchestrated an intricate surprise, an exclusive rooftop supper accompanied by quiet jazz music. The table was embellished with candles and her preferred flowers. As they reflected on their trip, Theo presented her with a tiny package. Within it lay a silver bracelet inscribed with the words, "To Evelyn." "My wife forever," Evelyn grinned and bestowed a kiss on him. "You have reintroduced vibrancy into my existence." "Thank you, Theo, for your unwavering support." A collective objective motivated by their own narrative, Evelyn and Theo created an initiative titled Healing via Art and Wellness. To assist others, Evelyn conducted seminars on self-care and the alleviation of mental distress, while Theo facilitated art therapy workshops. Their gatherings gained immense popularity, drawing individuals from many backgrounds. The pair emerged as emblems of optimism and endurance, representing an eternal love. As the years elapsed, their affection intensified. Evelyn retired from her profession to concentrate on their joint enterprise. Theo's artwork received acclaim, with several pieces influenced by their romantic narrative. On Evelyn's 65th birthday, Theo organized a surprise event. Friends, relatives, and former co-workers were in attendance. Theo raised a drink to Evelyn, the lady who demonstrated that love transcends all barriers. Here's to several further years filled with fun, adventure, and love, Evelyn. Her heart brimming said, "And here's to you, Theo, the man who demonstrated that it is never too late to experience love anew." As they danced beneath the shimmering lights, their narrative exemplified a love that transcends age, expectations, and time itself. One evening during their retreat to the Catskills, Theo and Evelyn reclined on a blanket beneath a canopy of stars. The night was tranquil, but for the rustling of leaves and the distant chirping of crickets. Theo faced Evelyn, his fingers delineating intricate circles on her palm. "Are you aware of what I consider to be your most exquisite attribute?" he inquired gently. Evelyn smiled rather bashfully. "What is it? Your demeanor is indicative of your self-presentation. Despite enduring significant challenges, you possess an elegance and strength that captivate others." "Possesses magnetic properties," Theo remarked, his tone kind. Evelyn had a flush of embarrassment. "You restore my sense of significance. I never anticipated experiencing this sentiment." After all that has transpired, Theo inched forward, gently removing a wayward strand of hair from her visage. "You have consistently been exceptional, Evelyn. You only required a reminder." Their lips united in a gentle kiss, conveying trust, respect, and an escalating intensity that neither could disregard. On a leisurely Sunday morning, they were nestled on the couch in Evelyn's apartment, exchanging a cup of coffee among murmurs of promises. Theo, still drowsy, reclined his head on Evelyn's lap as she tenderly stroked his hair. "Do you contemplate the future?" Evelyn inquired, her voice scarcely audible. Constantly, Theo responded, gazing up at her. "Every iteration of it includes you." Evelyn's eyes, "You are quite young, Theo. Your entire life lies before you. What if one day you come to regret this decision?" Theo sat upright, grasping her hands in his. "You have transformed my life, Evelyn. You have demonstrated the essence of profound love. The age disparity is inconsequential. My focus is on our relationship. I vow to select you daily." Evelyn could not suppress her smile. "You articulated so effortlessly because it is so easy," he said. Theo brought Evelyn to his art studio one day to paint her, aiming to capture her in a moment of vulnerability and strength. While kissing her forehead, illustrating that love is uncomplicated when it is genuine. Theo instructed her to take a seat on the stool, in the center of the room, and simply be herself. Evelyn chuckled anxiously. You are exerting considerable strain on me. Theo grinned smugly. No action is required on your part. You are flawless as you are. He depicted this when they conversed about their lifestyles, aspirations and apprehensions. What do you perceive when you observe me? Evelyn inquired in a tone that was both humorous and inquisitive. Theo halted, his brush suspended above the canvas. I observe a woman whose beauty surpasses her self-perception. I recognize someone who has imparted the lesson that love transcends duration and expectations. It is really about connecting. Upon completion, he unveiled the artwork. It was visceral and poignant, encapsulating her essence in each stroke. Evelyn stood in astonishment, tears welling in her eyes. This is your perception of me? She inquired. Yes, Theo stated, embracing her, and it is how I shall perpetually perceive you. An evening of ardor. A single night spent dancing in her living room to gentle jazz. The atmosphere became charged with excitement. Evelyn donned a modest yet sophisticated black outfit, captivating Theo's attention. He said, "You are exquisite," while his hands rested on her waist. As they danced to the music, Evelyn laughed softly. You excessively flatter me. Not quite sufficiently, Theo murmured, his lips grazing her ear. Are you aware of how irresistible you are to me? Evelyn had a rapid heartbeat as Theo's hands softly caressed her back. Their lips connected, and the kiss intensified. Imbued with the unexpressed longings they had both suppressed, they spent the remainder of the night entwined, their bond intensifying as they exchanged their worries, aspirations, and a profound closeness that surpassed verbal expression. Nocturnal dialogues one night. Unable to slumber, they sat on the balcony of Evelyn's apartment, ensconced in a warm blanket. The city lights shimmered like many little stars underneath them. Have you ever contemplated the reason for our intersection? Evelyn inquired, resting her head on Theo's shoulder. Theo grinned, intertwining his fingers with hers. I do not dispute it. I am only appreciative that it occurred. Evelyn exhaled with satisfaction. I never anticipated experiencing this vitality again. You have illuminated my existence. Theo kissed her palm. And you have bestowed upon me what most individuals seek. Throughout their entire lives, genuine love. They remained there till the initial rays of dawn illuminated the sky. Their hearts content and their souls entwined.